Tropical cyclone Penny is expected to bring heavy rain and potentially damaging winds to parts of the Queensland east coast during today. And here's the latest on the tropical low. Sustained winds in the centre of 65 kilometres an hour, gusting 95 kilometres an hour, located within 55 kilometres of 18.8 degrees south, 151.2 degrees east. This is about 340 kilometres east-north-east of Bowen and 470 kilometres east of Townsville, tracking west-south-west at 14 kilometres an hour. And welcome to another update on ex-tropical cyclone Penny for Force 13's AU team. And on the screen is the life of this system. Ex-tropical cyclone Penny is expected to continue moving westward. It's interesting, they've got west-south-west moving westward towards the Queensland east coast during today. And based on the current track, Penny is set to move onto the Queensland east coast during late Wednesday, but the scenario of it crossing earlier, that this cannot be ruled out. Penny remains a moderate 20% chance of reforming into a Category 1 tropical cyclone as it approaches the Queensland coast. Although Penny remains a tropical area, it's still expected to produce heavy rainfall, damaging winds over its southern flank. These may affect areas of the central and tropical east coast of Queensland, including the Whitsunday Islands during Tuesday, and a severe weather warning is currently in place. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has a 323 nautical miles east-south-east of Cairns, tracking west-south-west at 5 knots. This is over the last 6 hours. Animated and enhanced infrared satellite imagery shows a fully exposed low-level circulation with a small area deep but fragmented convection sheared more than 50 nautical miles to the southwest. The initial position is based with high confidence on the infrared loop, and the initial intensity is based on a high end of agency and objective FORAC estimates ranging from T2 to T2.7. However, upper level analysis indicates the system has drifted into an area stronger, greater than 25 knots vertical wind shear, all but with good poleward outflow ahead of an upper level trough digging in from the west. The same trough is causing subsidence along the western flank. The cyclone is tracking along the northern periphery of a subtropical ridge located to the south and is expected to stay on this track throughout the forecast. Strong vertical wind shear will primarily be the cause of its gradual decay, leading to dissipation within 36 hours, possibly sooner. The numerical guidance is in tight agreement with the track, with NatGem the sole left outlier. There's high confidence in the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's track, and wave height is 12 feet. And on the screen is the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's current track. Severe weather warning for damaging winds, heavy rainfall remains current for the people in the central coast, the Whitsundays, parts of the Herbert, Lower Burdekin, Capricornia forecast districts. You can note that the severe weather warning has now tracked south to include nearly down to Rockhampton. Heavy rain, possibly damaging wind gusts expected to develop between Alva Beach and Yeppoon. Areas of heavy rainfall may lead to flash flooding expected to develop in coastal areas between the Alva Beach and Yeppoon during Tuesday morning, extending further inland during the day. 6-hourly rainfall totals between 140 to 180 millimetres possible, with isolated heavier falls in excess of 200 millimetres. Damaging winds with peak gusts around 90 kilometres an hour are expected to develop about exposed coastal and island locations in the warning area today, particularly about the Whitsundays Islands, and locations which may be affected include Mackay, Proserpine, Bowen, inland to Collinsville, Hamilton Island, Camilla and Ayr. Bureau Meteorology has a gale warning in place for the Great Barrier Reef offshore waters, including Townsville, Mackay coast, and a strong wind warning right down to the Capricornia coast. So gale warning and strong wind warning. Now we have a look at the BSCH website. It's a GFS model once again, and we have a close look at the wind probability. Each of these images are in 3-hourly blocks, and from 10 p.m. through to 10 a.m. Wednesday, you can clearly see where the strongest winds are going to be, and the wind speed in knots is at the bottom of the screen. And shortly we'll have a look at the precipitation, also the same model. There are no warnings for the state of New South Wales. There's strong wind warning for the East Gippsland coast. For South Australia, strong wind warning for the Spencer Gulf. Then we have a look at Tasmania, and they've got a strong wind warning for the southwest coast. However, for Tamai, the Bureau upgrades strong wind warning to gale wind warning for the southwest coast, and a strong wind warning for the central north coast, the Bank Strait, Franklin Sound, east of the Flinders Island, and the lower east, southeast, central west coast. Now we have a look at the Bureau's 12-hourly rainfall, and we're having a closer look at the state of Queensland. The rainfall scale is on the right hand side of the screen, and you can see from the forward motion that it tracks up the coast. Now this is the Bureau's Mackay radar. We caught it early hours of this morning, and there's no doubt that the rainfall is going to be significant, along with the strong wind warning. There are no warnings for the state of, or I should say, Northern Territory. Fire weather warning remains in place for the Gascoyne, Interior, Pilbara fire districts, and a strong wind warning for the Bunbury, Geograph and Ewan coast, and they've cancelled the one for the Lesserson and Perth coast. Now this is the Bureau's total forecast of rain. For Sydney, maximum 29, Melbourne 25, Brisbane 30, Perth 35, 27 in Adelaide, 25 Herbert, 28 in the ACT, Canberra 34. That is the predicted maximum. Now we have a look at a couple of tracks. Model consensus indicating that ex-tropical cyclone Penny is once again going to track across Cape York up into the Gulf of Carpentaria, possibly down on across the top end, down into the South Indian Ocean. And the late cycle track guidance, the one currently on the screen, that really hasn't changed. And the upper level divergence is around 30 knots. Wind shear. In 850 millibar vorticity. And we have a look at instability for the same period. Again, it's the top end, Cairns, and the eastern corner of Victoria, southern New South Wales. The latest NOAA floaters on the tropical low. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has now issued their final advisory on tropical cyclone Mona. At this point in time, I haven't checked out the latest, but as mentioned previously, Fiji did get off for being impacted by a Category 2 system. The environment just wasn't good, although I'm going to say Fiji actually dodged the bullet. However, it's still the early days in the 2018-19 tropical cyclone season. I'm also thinking about the Samoan region. And again, it's the pivotal weather website, GFS precipitation.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, our YouTube page youtube.com/Force13, on Facebook under the same name Force13, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 if you wish to get in touch. You can also add Force13 on Skype and my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.